Welcome back. I guess I'm doing
Welcome.
the intro.
Yeah, okay,
Welcome back
welcome.
to Pondering, a podcast where we ponder your topics. My name is Tyler Nuffield, and I'm here with
I am Ben Young, and today we will be talking about just our summer
summer
recap.
recap. Yeah, so um, it's been a minute. That's actually only been like a week because we didn't have an episode last week.
Yes,
But hopefully you enjoyed the 3 episodes that we tirelessly cranked out.
tirelessly, back to
Yes,
back to back.
back to back to back. So yeah, summer recap. I'm gonna go close that window. How was that? Oh,
Yeah, summer's about just over. A lot of my friends and people in general going back to school. The summers went by really fast. I don't know if you have also thought that so, but I think that the summer has gone pretty fast.
I agree. Actually, there's something that I heard yesterday. I was listening to Emma Chamberlain,
Yes.
and it was like a question and answer episode. And one of the was like, how do I get my time like through summer to pass slower?
Okay.
And she said like doing slower activities. So like, for example, reading a book, like reading on the beach, doing
Yes.
cooking, right? It
Okay.
takes time, but
Yeah.
it'll make the time. But at the same time, I feel like we've all been doing generally fun stuff. So like,
Yeah. I think what you need to do to kind of make it seem longer, I guess, is not do the same thing every single day and make it like a routine.
yeah,
Make it different. I think that makes days feel longer. Yeah.
because then it ends up like that one SpongeBob episode where Squidward moves to the town of
Oh,
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
same people, and it's that like montage of him like going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it. And bread.
Yeah, and then he dances at the thing and he finds that vacuum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, that actually has like really good meaning behind it. Like if you truly just repeat everything, like even like if you have like a 9 to 5 job, like
Yeah. Yeah.
like you can have a 9 to 5, but like I don't know, maybe go to a different coffee shop in the morning, act a little mysterious.
Mysterious.
Yeah. My
That's
plan
funny.
is I'm gonna go and sit in a coffee shop for an hour and expect something to happen.
What? Yeah, but I just thought about this. You watched the Olympics, right? Like the opening.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard people slander that.
Yeah, because it was like the mocking of the Last Supper, people were saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, get over it. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, like, it looks.
We're both Catholic, and I don't know. I'm not offended.
I mean, I just think that's a strange take on it. Not like your take. It's just a strange Paris's strange take on the whole opening ceremony because it's supposed to be like very like tradition, not traditional. It's supposed to showcase like the
Yeah.
history. But what does the Last Supper have to do with like Paris?
I'm actually surprised they did that because, like, I feel like most people were like careful about like religious things
Yes.
nowadays. So I'm surprised that was like even allowed. Maybe that's the
Yes.
wrong word for it, but like, I don't
Paris
know.
is like a pretty I don't know, pretty what's the word? Not like it's a pretty like interesting place where like a lot of things fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know what the word for that is, but there's that.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. It kind of, but like, I also like loved parts of it. Like, for
Hmm.
example, like Celine Dion. Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
especially if you know what she's been through.
What has she been through?
Like, she's like literally like a one in like a million or billion case, and it's like something to deal with her vote. We'll look it up.
Oh, so she has like a
What happened to Celine Dion?
so she has like a vocal cord kind of like disease.
Diagnosed with stiff person syndrome
I
in
see.
2022. So it's essentially like where her like vocal cords will like essentially freeze up. And I think it's like a stroke of the vocal cords
I
essentially.
see, yeah.
And it's like such a rare disease.
Hmm.
And it's, I mean, like, also it's like people are like, this is crazy that it happened to her. It's such in like a one in a million case.
Yeah.
But I also think about it like Celine Dion is such a one in a million person.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
wow,
yeah.
it's such a shame. And she essentially had to relearn to sing
Oh, really?
because like she essentially had to like retrain her voice how to like adapt to this, you know, uh diagnosis, and this was like her big comeback because like
Come back?
yeah, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the opening ceremony. I don't
uh-huh.
remember what I was doing, but I haven't watched a lot of the Olympics. I just
Really?
think it might be a little bit overrated.
I could see that. I watched a lot of the gymnastics stuff. The
Yeah,
men's gymnastics I actually find pretty
it's
interesting.
pretty interesting. Yeah,
Women's gymnastics, that was interesting.
yeah.
I mean US won,
Hmm.
so but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the sports that come up aren't. I'm not that interested in. Like the sports I am are like soccer. I mean, it's not as fun to watch because they younger guys play, so I'm not too interested. But I think stuff like boxing, maybe I'll watch that, like tennis. But like I don't know, overall it just seems like eh. This year is
Yeah.
not like as crazy because I remember when I was younger, I was like, oh, the
I
Olympics are
remember
on.
Mike when Michael Phelps was competing,
Yes, that was
like
insane.
I remember watching that. That was huge. Michael Phelps was at the like women's gymnastics. I saw
Yeah,
they showed him in the crowd, but like
I think it's just so strange seeing like the Olympics as they are now compared to years past. Because I don't know, I just was more interested back then. Now we have people like Snoop Dogg, like
yeah,
carrying
yeah,
the torch. I was like,
Crip walking with the Olympic torch.
yeah, I was like, what is going on? I was like, what is that? But
Yeah, Snoop Dogg carrying the Olympic torch while crip walking was not on my 2024
no,
bingo card, but here we are.
no, it's funny though. I mean, I
Yeah,
do think it's really funny.
yeah,
It's just a little strange, but yeah. Other than that,
yeah. So when
yeah.
do you leave to go to school? I guess we can
So
talk about
I
that.
leave to go to school on the 11th,
Hmm.
which is a Sunday next month. So I have a couple weeks. Um, but I will be away, so my time is dwindling.
When do you go away?
Tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow. So I'll go
Tomorrow.
tomorrow and it'll be a week. I'll be back. But we're just going to DC. Nothing
Yeah,
crazy. We're
yeah,
gonna just go hang out there.
yeah. Hmm.
Not too sure what we're gonna be doing. And but I think it will be fun. Um,
Nice.
yeah, a little nervous for moving down. I'm not too sure how it will go.
Yeah, that's very
Um,
nerve-wracking.
yeah, a lot of people ask me, it's like, oh, you must be so excited. Not really. I mean,
I
not
think
really.
when you get settled, you're gonna be like, I did it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Sure, it will definitely be fun. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, be careful, be safe." Talking about Thomas. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll be safe. You guys don't gotta worry about me.
I'll worry about you.
Thank you. You probably should.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy because we really don't know when Ben's gonna come home. Like
No.
holidays, you know.
Holidays, yeah.
But like,
I'll be home for Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll be home for Christmas, and then I don't know so much about the summer, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like anyone.
He might get a huge partnership down there with a big podcasting company down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The headquarters is in Florida, so I'll have to go.
Yeah.
Not Spotify, the Apple, because podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know Ben, big communications
yeah.
major.
Big communications. I'm doubling in business or marketing. Sorry, marketing. So that's how I'm getting
Yes,
everything.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. But yeah, I
yeah.
move in the 22nd, so a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit
okay.
later than
Yeah, a little bit
Ben.
late. Well, school doesn't start for me until like the 20th, something like that.
That
So
would be
I
nice. You get like a week, just over a week to settle in,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. So I planned that out so I could just have like I gotta go to an interview, just like buying stuff for the apartment.
An interview, wait for the apartment.
No, sorry. Interview for the Olive Garden I'm gonna be working at. So I
Oh, you're gonna
transferred.
work at Olive Garden down there.
Yeah,
That's really
I hope
nice.
that I asked to transfer down. I have to go interview there.
Yeah,
Hope it goes well. I hope that money is like it was up here. I
I'm
know
sure it'll
there.
be more,
I don't
if I'm
know.
being honest,
We're hitting
right?
the slow season,
Well,
so
also like, aren't like people who live in Florida just like a lot more rich, like a lot more
yeah,
wealthy?
I think
Because
so. I would think
the
so.
what the tax is like what eight
I have no
percent or
clue.
something?
No clue.
Hold on, let's look it up.
I also know that
What is the tax in Florida?
um it is
6%.
6 I
So I think ours is like seven.
ours
Wait,
is not
it
nope.
says 6 to 8% depending on location. So
Okay.
yeah, kind of like PA.
Yeah, so but the thing is I've noticed Heidi works at Cheddar's. And Cheddar's is a little it's cheaper. Everything is a little cheaper there, but it's still really good.
Uh-huh.
I've noticed that the cheaper the place, the less money you'll make because
Hmm.
maybe people there, I don't know, a little stingier. she's told me that people that work when she racks up a bigger bill, a
Hmm.
lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm already paying so much, don't really want to tip out
Yeah.
a couple dollars," so that will suck. But I feel like Olive Garden is expensive to go to. I mean, like stuff there isn't cheap
Yeah.
nowadays, and so people that go there be like, "Okay, tip," like it's a little
Honestly,
bigger.
I found it that going to the Cheesecake Factory for lunch can
Mm.
actually be cheaper than Olive Garden
Yeah, yeah.
because Cheesecake Factory has like these lunch specials. Evelyn's pasta, you got to get it if you go.
Okay, yeah.
Um it's like I think it was like 11 or $12.
Wow, yeah,
Like
that's cheap.
it was a good deal. Which, like honestly, if I went to Cheesecake Factory for lunch, I'd probably get pasta and then cheesecake, like
Yeah,
actually.
deadly duo,
But
yeah.
yeah, but no, that makes sense where I think
Yeah, yeah, so I'll be doing that, but, where are you staying at? Like, where
I'm staying on the hill, so it was right
mhm,
across from your old dorm
it
at
will,
Pitt.
yeah, it's a nice
Panther
place.
Hall. I'm gonna be in a suite essentially, and it has three singles and one double, living room, two bathrooms, all that stuff.
So you have your own room, right?
Yeah. And
Damn.
we're on the second floor, so that means we won't need to do elevators. We can quite literally just walk
Walk up
up
the
the
stairs, yeah,
steps.
yeah.
Very excited for that.
That's nice, that means you can, you have your own private life, yeah, a kitchen, yeah, that seems really nice, it's basically an apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it honestly, it's basically an apartment, but arguably cheaper because it's on campus housing.
mhm,
But I think the year after that, I'll probably be living in South Oakland, which,
mhm.
like,
That's where it gets shady.
it's fine.
When my brother went to Pitt, both of his apartments that he stayed in were so well, 2 out of the 3 apartments that he stayed in were like really shady.
Hmm.
Like he used to live in a house his sophomore year, and I don't know if you ever watched the show Ghost Adventures, but
Hmm.
I would always make the joke. I'd be like, "Yo, it's like I'm on an episode of Ghost Adventures," because like as soon as you walk in, there's like stairs that lead
Yeah,
up,
right.
and
That's
then
how
there's like
all are. Like a
there's
hallway, kind of.
yeah, there's a hallway, but then I asked him what's down there. He goes, the basement. I was like, can I see it? He goes, no. I think he said that he used to wash his clothes down there, super dingy. Like
Hmm.
I'm talking like decrepit. And I
Yeah,
was like, yo, get my EMF out. Be like, ghosts are talking to me. Do you feel that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Although, like, a lot of places are pretty shady, there's a lot of places that are always so much nicer on the inside than they look on
yeah,
the
that is
outside.
true. Yeah.
Like Hannah Hoffman, her house, it's more up in like West Oakland, which is
Hmm.
like back behind the soccer field, like
Oh, that's
that
far
way.
away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's pretty far, but
Uh,
the places there, I mean, everything looks kind of the same from the outside, but you go on the inside and you're like, oh wait, this is like white painted open
yeah.
space. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be a good time. Plus, like, I'm also kind of excited to have a car on campus, hopefully now.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know what the situation with that'll be, like who's gonna bring their cars because like
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna be living with a few other guys. But like now I'm to the point where I'm excited to have a car because there's a lot of like people through the theater that I've met
Yeah.
that are like, you should come audition for this.
Hmm.
And I would, but I don't have a car.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I can't really drive. But yeah, anyways.
You can always take the bus. The bus is free, technically. Not
That's
technically, but
true. The bus, honestly, like I love it, but if you're trying to get somewhere on time
no,
with the
would
bus,
never work.
you have to leave so early because
Yeah.
I just worry with it and it's not
Yeah.
always accurate.
I remember, speaking of the bus, I remember when I would have like 3 or 4 extra hours before my next class. And I'd be like, oh, let's go to Target because I need to go get something. But like I was like, no, I don't think I'll have enough time because
Yeah,
that's how weird the bus is. Because I'd take it and then it'd be like 30 minutes there for like, I don't know, a couple miles down the
yeah.
road. Ah,
Don't get me wrong, like it is great, but like if you're trying to like do something in a time frame or be on time somewhere, like it's not ideal.
no, yeah. Yeah. But speaking of, I guess not speaking of anything, how's your summer? How would you rate your summer compared to your other ones?
Okay, so like I say this like without in the least cringy way possible. Like everybody's like, "Oh, this summer was the best." I think every summer I have after the next one, like the most
Oh, it
recent
gets
summer
better?
is always the best summer.
Mm,
Like
okay, yeah.
out of 10, probably 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Wow. Yeah.
I had essentially 4 months of summer pretty much.
Yeah.
I
We
was
had a
in a
lot of summer.
show. I
Yeah.
went on vacation twice. I've seen other shows. I've gotten to hang out with friends. Um, the only thing that I wish actually
I think I know
is
what you're gonna say.
what?
No, just say it.
No, it's not gonna be what you're
Oh, okay,
saying.
then no.
What I was gonna say, the only thing I wish is that my rehearsal process for the musical was longer.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds a little bit dumb, but like I love that process. And I think it was like a 6 week rehearsal process,
Yeah.
but just to have that maybe 12 weeks, 8 weeks, I think it would have added a little more because not only would it given me opportunities to like get closer to my cast, but also
Uh-huh.
like I just love
Yeah,
the
the
process.
bond,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I thought well, actually, you did all of those fun things by yourself
Uh,
with no girlfriend,
that's
which
true.
is good for you, you know? I mean,
Yeah, well, actually, I guess we can talk about that a little bit. Maybe it's TMI, but
well,
like,
I mean, if you want to,
nothing's
I
really.
mean,
No, no, no. Yeah. As of like, uh, 2 weeks ago or something like the two, like 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit less. That was that was like the whole year without a girlfriend, which it sounds awful, but like that's kind of a big accomplishment for me.
that's
Like, not
good.
to not to be like not humble. I'm humble, but like it was like that was the longest I've ever went because like the longest I've really ever went between them was like 2, 3 months.
Yeah. As Thomas would
Sometimes we
Oh my gosh.
um
As Thomas would say, Thomas used to go, I've been doing it for 18 years. Because I remember one of our friends be like, oh, my girlfriend's gone. Like, what do I do? Like, I'm so bored. Like, this is terrible. And Thomas goes, I've been doing this for 18 years.
and guess what? He's gonna be doing it for the rest of his life, so
Well, we don't know that yet.
that's a good
Maybe.
point. He could convert to Byzantine
Or he could not become a priest at all. I mean, it's whatever, you know,
that's very
whatever's
true.
whatever he's thinking, whatever
Yeah.
God is calling him. Also, do you remember how we were at Denny's and we talked about you and that girl?
Yeah.
Can we talk? Because I was thinking about that. So can we talk about that? But if not, that's
Talk
cool.
about wait, what entailing that?
Like the story, I need to because I didn't know that. You never told me because I just found out about that
Oh,
when you
no, no,
sent it.
no,
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 no.
no,
Okay.
no, no. That's app post that's our Patreon.
Yeah, oh, that's our Patreon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's really funny though. Good for you though. No, I think that
Yeah,
was
like no, it honestly has been like a journey, and I'm kind of to the point now where it's like I honestly like don't want a girlfriend right now. That's crazy to say, but like as much as I like say
yeah,
that I would want one,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I think about it, and I'm like, no, because like I want to like go to parties single. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
just like I'm
I get
acting
what you
as if
mean.
like something's gonna happen, but like just like having
The
like
natural. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I get
yeah.
what you mean. I
Just
get what
like,
you mean.
the rush of like, wow, I might meet somebody my age at this party. Like just something like that.
Finding a girlfriend is really fun. I'm not gonna.
You know
It's
what?
fun.
Yeah. And it's like
Enjoy that. Yeah.
I'm okay with like waiting with that process because like there's like been certain girls in the past that I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I kind of like them. But like at the same time, I'm like, they're just not for me. I'm like, that wouldn't work out. But
Yeah.
like here we are. I think it was a big journey for me. But anyways, back to the question. I think it was a good summer. Also, just like, I really wasn't held back by anything. I just
Yeah.
did
Good.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
What
Yeah.
about you?
I
How
was a
would you
good
rate your
summer. I
summer?
think that I worked a lot. It wasn't as eventful as years past, but actually no, I lied. I did do a lot of things.
Went
Um
fishing a lot, right?
I went fishing a lot. I went to California.
Business.
Business. I went to Florida for more business.
Yes.
Yeah, overall it was pretty fun. Family came over a lot. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good good like summer spent with my family
It
with
sounds
one
like
of
a
my
relaxing
yeah.
summer, other than work.
Yeah, work was honestly work was it was stressful, but it wasn't like I never came back and was like, man, I want to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my previous job, I definitely was like, man, I can't wait to quit. Like something about
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
standing in the same place and listening to the ticket machine come up and like
Making a salad then.
makes like it's just not fun. Like seeing the ticket come up, especially when so Texas Red House would close at 11 and I would start to clean up at around 10
Yeah.
in my station, clean up the station, clean up all the
Oh,
salad
no,
junk.
and then
And then the most annoying sound in the world just starts going up. That ticket machine just keeps like I'm telling you, like I'm almost done, and I'll be like, "Yo, I get my manager to check me out," and then I see more things come up. I'd be like, "Yo, like what's going on? You don't need a salad," and I would be like, it just make me so
yeah.
mad.
I know, I totally get that because, for, like, American Eagle, for I work for for an example, is that, like, it's not the same thing every day, like, you talk to new people every
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
you work with different people every day. I've also, like, understood the fact that, like, if I do not work with, like, my fave people, or at least, like,
yeah.
people that I can like, it's just not a great time.
No.
But, like, I feel like that's with Olive Garden too, because, like, although you're doing the same job essentially, everybody you meet is different, and your
Yeah,
conversations are always gonna be, like, a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
different rather than, like, making salad at the salad station.
yeah. Speaking of going to work, we talked about work stories before, and since I stopped working there because I'm gonna move, but I had 2 instances on the same day that now I think about it. So I had a mom and a dad that were pretty young and a baby,
Uh-huh.
and I remember I gave them their salads and stuff, but the kitchen was like I'm thinking the kitchen was so backed up that like they were just waiting there for their food for like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad. I was asking if they want anything else. They said no. So their food eventually comes out, and then I go back. I'm like, I'm gonna go box their food. And I was like, so like, are you? I was like, how is everything? And he was like, there was a piece of hair in my food, and
Oh,
he seemed sick. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, it was one of those days where I was busy, so I was like, I just sighed and was like, that is so frustrating because I was like, it's so annoying to be like working and then like something stupid happens like that isn't your fault. Because I was like, I couldn't have done anything unless I like searched in your food for that. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. And then I was like, okay, I'll go ask my manager. But he was really nice. But I was like, no, no, no. I was like, I don't want anything like that. Like, that wasn't the point of that. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But then I had this bigger table full of old people, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I had this old guy, and he was the type of old dude that's like, I don't do electronics because like the government is watching and sucking all my
Oh, yeah,
information
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Meanwhile, this is literally a computer to just scan your like, credit card. He was like, "No, no." He got so mad that he started swearing at me for no reason.
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay, sir, my
Like,
bad."
was he dropping, like, F-bombs or is it oh
Yes.
god.
He was like apparently, now looking back on it, it was apparently loud enough because after the fact, the hostess came up to me, was like, "Ben, I heard that guy yelling at you. Like, and he was yelling at you for the dumbest thing. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, no, no, I'm cool. I thought it was funny." But I was like, "Was it really that loud?" Because like I'm all the way
Okay,
over
well, wait.
there.
First of all, that's really nice of the hostess
Oh
that
yeah,
they're
she's
actually,
really
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
caring like that. But how would you process the credit card not on a computer?
So here's the thing,
Like,
right?
that's impossible.
At Darden's, they have a little kiosk, and some other restaurants, they have a little, like, computer thing, that's
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
play the
yeah.
games. I was told, "Always do it on there." I went to go
Yeah.
do it on he was like, "No, no, no." And he was like, "I want you to go, like, here's the credit card, give me the receipt, and that's how I'm gonna pay for it." And so I'm like I didn't tell him, I was like, "So you want me to stop paying on this computer and go over to a different computer, does the exact same thing,
Yeah,
to pay
exactly.
for it?" And he was like, "Yeah," or I didn't say that, but he was like, "Yeah, I want you to, like I don't want you to use
Honestly,
this."
that's probably a good, like, thing because, like, if you just take it away and he doesn't see it,
Well, the
he'll
problem
not
is
see it.
I'm standing like where I stand to go do it, he can just like turn it and like directly look at me.
Oh,
But it was so it was bad enough that my manager came over. Apparently she heard it and was like, I'll take care of it. So I was like, thank you.
yeah.
And on top of that, that dude, he left me a tip, but he just tossed it on another table. And the busser came over and was like, "Hey Ben, this is for you." And I was like, "No, this is for that person, the waitress that was had that table." Because I was like, "That's not for me, because that wasn't my table."
Uh,
Meanwhile, I didn't know.
did you get it, the tip?
Well, here's the thing. I think this is kind of stupid. Um, the busser told me that that was mine, and I didn't know that her party. I knew her party had left, but I didn't know if she went to go over to collect the money yet. Like I didn't
Right.
want to take it from her. And then my manager told me that since the waitress took it, we can't ask for it back, which I thought was really stupid. I was like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, we can ask for it. I was thinking maybe she didn't know how much it was and she mixed it up with her own money. Now I can't get it back because I don't know either.
Yeah.
But she was like, "We'll take care of you. Like, we'll give you money for that table." She's like, "I don't not most managers will do that." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Thank you." But I was thinking, is like, why can't I just go ask for the waitress to give her my money back? Because I was like, that's not your money, you
Yeah.
know? And I was thinking, is like, if she can do that, can I just go walk around and collect money from other people and they can't ask for me? Like, what's the protocol there?
I guess so, yeah.
I thought that was really stupid because she just made money off of me that she didn't even work for.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, there's that. Yeah.
Interesting stories. Hopefully
Yeah.
Florida people are better. They won't be. They won't
I don't
be.
think so.
You're going to get all of those people that think the government.
Yeah. I get a lot of people that are like, "Do you want your cat? Do you want your"
I feel like that's how Gage would be.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
there's
Actually,
yeah,
that is how Gage
that
is.
is not yet, but he's getting there.
He's getting there.
Gage would be like I'd be like Gage
What is
would
this technology?
Gage would be the type, I get this a lot where people come in, they're like, "Would you like your tips in cash or card?" I'd be like, "Probably cash so I won't tax you." Be like, "Oh, yeah, that's like cash is like that's straight BS, like them
They'll
taxing
get you
you."
that way.
And then they'll be like Donald Trump, like he's trying to lower the like the taxes on the tips and stuff like that. I'd be like, "Gosh, no way." Be like, "Yeah." And then I'd be like,
Well,
"Wow,
actually, maybe this is a good moment for this. Sorry to get political here, but Kamala, like, she's going to eliminate that, like,
the
the per
taxes."
on tips.
Okay.
So, like, it won't get taken out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it won't lessen the tip with the card percent tax.
Yes. So how's she gonna do that?
I don't know, some policy or something.
Okay, I see.
But that's one of her policies that she wants to instate. So that way, like, you're going to be making your full tip regardless of the card. So the
Yeah.
card, it may still get the percentage from the actual meal, but
Mhm.
from the tip, you're going to get like the full tip that you actually deserve.
Sick.
So
Well,
that could benefit you.
I hope that actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would tax my thing like $50.
Yeah, you'd be making like more money potentially,
Yeah.
which already like the wage sometimes for places is already so low, which I know for you it's fairly low, but you make like tips.
Yeah, so my wage was $2 and like 30 some cents because I actually looked it up on my like account.
Hmm.
It's actually like 2.30 like an hour, which is
That's
awful.
crazy. Yeah.
So basically and that went to tip shares. So I didn't really make like I was solely just like tips based.
Yeah.
So
When
yeah.
you really think about it, you are making a lot from tips regardless.
Oh yeah, I'm
But
making a
like if you're
decent
making
amount.
like $50 more, if this policy is ever instated, like
Yeah.
that's
I made
crazy.
like I think the most I ever made, and I would work like 4 hours max, but I think the most I made was like 35 or 34 an hour, which is
That's
that's
unbelievable.
insane. Yeah.
That's like that's almost like doctor profession level. Actually,
I
no,
think doctor
doctors.
profession level is about like
I should say like I should probably say like a graduated college student, maybe not
yes,
in the medical
yes.
field, but
No, no.
like
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't know, graduate student level entry job, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah, that's, yeah,
Um, my cousin is a nurse, and he has a job. I believe he makes 70 or $80 an
that's
hour,
unreal.
which is like insane. So for 2 hours, he could work what I made probably in a day or
Okay,
so.
but like at the same time, like I'm like, man, like I'd love to be doing that. I could not do anything in the medical
No,
field. The medical field is so messed up. Like
in what way?
insurance, healthcare,
Ah, yeah.
like it is
Well,
so it's so screwed. And I mean, my mom, she works for human
yeah, yeah,
resources,
yeah,
like for healthcare or not a healthcare company, like hospital.
yeah.
And even like taking the sociology class that I did this past year, like yeah, I really got to look into like how messed up things are.
Hmm.
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am blissfully unaware of that, but that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I don't know any other
that's
big
about
things
it.
that
I
happened
mean,
this summer. Oh, I got to go to New York this
oh
summer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a great time.
Hmm.
That was a really good time. I mean, I visited friends in Greencastle in June.
Hmm.
That was always fun. Um, yeah, you excited to go back to school?
Yeah, I think so. I think earning my degree and building a better future other than serving and finding an actual real job is very like it's very fun
Wait,
to look
what
forward
is going
to.
to be your major? Is it going to
Rehab science.
Is it
It's
still
like
going to be rehab?
allied health.
Allied health.
Allied
Okay.
health. It's like I think it's like the same thing.
Rehab.
And
Okay, because I was like, I know you're doing rehab science at Pitt,
yeah,
or at least went in thinking physical therapy.
yeah. No, that's still the plan.
It's yeah, same thing.
I still plan to do that.
Yeah,
I still plan to become a physical therapist doctor.
yeah.
You have to call me Dr. Ben.
Dr. Ben.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Yeah,
That makes me think though. I remember during summer, like there would always be like something big happening. Like I remember when we would hang out, you'd be like, "Oh, so this person's saying this person," but then they cheated on them, and then now
It'd
this
be
and this.
crazy.
But like this is so tame. Like nothing like crazy really happened, which is like low key kind of sad because like that was always entertaining. Be like,
Yeah, no,
so
I always enjoyed that.
you'd be like, "Oh no, someone just crashed," and like I always be like, because you, 'cause, um. I remember this guy we played soccer with. It'd always be like, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
he crashed again. Like he crashed his car. Like remember that?" He'd be like, "Oh, he
Wait, who
ran."
was it?
Exactly. Like Zachary would always be
Oh
like,
my
I'd
gosh.
come to practice and be like, Zach would be like, "Oh, he ran." They'd be like, "He ran a red light." Like as we totaled his car,
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"So isn't this like the fourth time he totaled this car?"
Which I
Yeah,
kind of I think that's also a sign that like life is getting like actual real life and like
yeah.
all that stuff is like truly going away, all of, petty stuff, but like at the same time,
It's
like
kind of fun to hear, you
it's
know?
the tea, yeah.
Yeah, be like, oh, someone, I don't know. It'd always be like, I'd see someone be like, yo, did you hear what just happened? Be like, no, what? Like, yo, it is going
But
down.
here's the craziest part, right? And I think about this quite often because there's a TikTok that I'll explain in a bit. I think as you get older, the tea gets juicier.
It does. Yeah.
Because here's why, right? Because you might not as get as much tea as when you're older. For
Oh,
example,
yeah.
like you're not going to be like,
Hmm.
"Oh my goodness, did you hear what happened to so?" But it's going to be like, "Did you hear like so and so cheated on his wife,
Yes.
then went out the next night and
Yes.
hooked up with this person?" Like it's real life, like
Yeah.
divorce, like
He's in jail.
he's
Oh,
in jail. Like
I'd be
it
like,
is,
yo,
yeah, like
what is going
it
on?
is real life stuff now, and that's why it gets juicier. And I think there was this funny TikTok that's what this kind of reminds me of, where it's this couple. I don't know. There's like home cameras like capturing it, but they had a fight, right?
Hmm.
And the guy goes over to his wife and is like, "Can I time out the fight real quick?"
Oh, yeah, I've
And
seen
she's like,
that.
"You
Yeah,
seriously trying to time out the fight?" And he's like, "I have the tea of the century." And
yeah.
she's
Hmm.
like, "Okay." And then it's like, I don't know, like this guy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. But anyways, when I think about that, I'm like, the tea is like real life when you get there. And when the tea is crazy, it's crazy.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I've heard that people the tea is like people getting married right out of like high school as soon as they're like graduated. I've heard about people getting pregnant
Hmm.
pretty early on. Yeah, that's what it is right now. No one getting arrested yet, but
Yeah.
we'll see. New podcast idea, Ben in jail edition. Tyler,
We're by the phones behind the
yeah, and
glass.
be like,
Welcome back to
Sir, your time is up. Looks like episode short today, guys." Oh, I don't think I'd fare well in jail. I think I cannot even lie. I think I'd die in there.
Yeah, I don't think I would fare well at all.
Nah, they would it wouldn't be good. Yikes.
Actually, no. Honestly, I think we'd find it interesting because I think we'd talk to a lot of people. That's how, at least from what I gathered, like there's crazy people in jail, right?
Yes.
But there's also a lot of like, man, like I hate that I did this to my life. I hate that I did this to my family. I ruined my life. Like I want to get out of jail, become a new person. And it's like I think that's what like a lot of people are. Like a lot of people have made mistakes. You got to pay for your mistakes. There's also a lot of people that are like, yeah, I killed this dude, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
That's not funny. That's
So
not.
yeah, it's not funny.
No, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start a new series where I go to the Pittsburgh jail and be like,
Interview.
I knock on the door, be like, can you let me in? I'm with the news. I'm with the news, folks. I don't think anyone would want to talk to you like, what's this Asian kid want from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad though. I mean, I pass the jail sometimes. I see people like sitting out there watching. It's like
Yeah.
there's literally nothing you can do about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough. Don't go to jail, kids. It's not
Don't go
good.
to jail. Don't be like us.
What? I've never been to jail.
Ah, my prescription's ready for pickup,
His prescription
I
is ready for
think.
pickup, he thinks. Well, yeah, I mean, do you got anything else to say about this summer that's passed?
I don't really think so. It's been hot.
Yeah, it's been very hot.
Yeah,
This
global warming is real.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
That's fake.
you know it's real.
No, it's fake. The Earth is flat too. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that was, I mean, I guess that's really it. Summer's winding down. The kids getting back in school. Um, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it. Well, Tyler looks at his drug
Yeah,
prescription.
yeah, my thing is actually ready. It was on like back order and stuff. But yeah, I think it's been a good summer. Um I think it's been a good summer. It's one of those summers that was like because it was like my first like actual job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my Lego job going
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
still because he just drops awesome stuff for me. I actually figured out like a new system in order to get these sets done faster.
Mm-hmm.
Where instead of going set by set inventory, because I used to build them and I
Mm-hmm.
realized, wait, that's taking too long. So I just look at the piece list and get the pieces together rather than
Okay,
build
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But what I've been doing now is because everything was sorted by color when I got it, luckily.
Okay.
So now I quite literally dump out, like I have all the black pieces and I dump them all out.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm doing, I go set by set and do all the black pieces. So
Oh, yeah,
that
that does
way,
make sense.
when I put the black away, I'm done, you
Yeah.
know? And then I just start the next color and then the set's going to be done eventually, right?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And it is actually like so beneficial. I'm getting it done so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I've already cranked out three of the biggest sets for all the color black. And it's yeah. So that's been nice.
It's goaded.
But yeah, I think that's all we have for you.
Um, Tune in next time where we go to jail. We go to jail
Yes.
and we
Um,
interview. Maybe we'll get a pen pal or something. That'd be kind of
oh,
strange though.
that would be wild. Be like, we're two podcasters. What question do you want answered on the podcast?
I'd be that's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
Oh.
thanks for tuning in this week. We hope you enjoy this episode. I gotta yawn.
Thank you for listening. Catch us next week where we talk about something. And yeah, thanks for always
Yeah.
listening.
All right. See you guys.
All right, peace.